Scarlet Reserve down here in Englishtown.
Englishtown.
You had us driving down here to Englishtown on a Saturday on Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, man. It ain't easy.
No, it ain't easy, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
It's never easy, but it's always worth it.
Always.
You have a beautiful facility here.
Thank you.
You have some great product.
As you can see.
We're about to...
How it got us here.
Yeah. You have... we're on the cusp of your opening.
Yep.
2 weeks away? 1 week away?
For now, after the Memorial Day weekend, we're about 2 weeks away from the soft opening, just to get everything going and work out some kinks. Middle of June, he said. Our inspector said, yeah.
Middle of June. So a couple weeks away from the opening.
Yep.
So the way that you approach the product here at Scarlet Reserve is craft cannabis by small batch growing. Yeah? Small batch more so than craft cannabis.
Trying anyway, because again, right now it's dominated by MSOs.
Right.
We do have new vendors popping up online frequently. So that's my goal, is to get small craft, bring them to the front line.
Can you tell us what's different about small craft and different forms of cultivation? And why did you choose small craft?
I like small craft because it's not, again, it can be in a bigger facility, but again, you're getting guys' hands touching the plant, you know what I mean? You're doing different things. It's not like a MSO or a big company that's huge. They're just pumping out flower just to get it out there. And that's not what I'm into. I'm into, the plant is about a lot of different things, and the culture is like, listen, I know growers who put music and play, DJs in their grow rooms, and that's the type of flower that you want. To me, it's better. Some people say you test it, it might be equal or whatever to other ones, but I don't know. To me, it always seems like it was better.
What does small craft mean to you in terms of marketing, in terms of needing to fulfill customer demand? Why go that way? What does that mean to you?
So again, it's for less. It's higher quality, so you got to have a little bit more of a premium on it, because it's and again, we're trying to help the small farmers, small growers, so they can eventually get big one day. But the attention to the detail tends to be with the small farmers, the small craft cannabis farmers, because they're in there all day. You get a lot of the owners still in there, and sometimes they're not, but a lot of the times they started it out, they love it. It's different when you get somebody who doesn't really care about the plant, you know what I mean? Like, they're just like, here, I'm gonna pay these guys to just grow this shit for me, get it in and get it out, and let's make money.
Right.
It's not what I'm here for.
That in anything.
No.
It's always better when the person cares about
the passion for it,
yeah, the investment. When we were talking, you were dropping some gems specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it important to let the whole flower stalk grow to its full potential before cutting it down? What's the difference in the quality?
I mean, again, because different strains take longer than other strains, right? So again, this is all done under the microscope. They're looking at it to make sure, the ambers and all that stuff are the right way that they want it. But some of them take 4 months, you know what I mean? And then they got a cure, and then that's another 2. So the process is insane, and then you're just, a lot of these MSOs and these bigger companies, they don't care about that. They want you to just basically grow it. They're all ready. Chop them, put them in a harvest, put them in a cure, get them out fast. I'm not about that. I don't want. Again, you're gonna have to have that in your store because that's who dominates the market right now. But eventually, goal is to have small guys in here, help them grow, and put them on the front lines.
You also talked about the difference between going from a small facility to a big facility. The thread that I'm hearing is who's in charge of producing this product and how quickly they want it to come out affects all these things about ultimately the quality.
Yeah.
Your thing is quality.
Quality.
What's the difference between going from a small to a bigger facility, and and can you tell us, just from what you know, what are some of the necessary elements to get those things done?
So it's not easy by any means. It's definitely a long, drawn out process. But again, if you can get guys who they can make it work in 2,500, 3,000 square feet and just grow really good flower and demand a higher price because they just grow so well in the flower, you can taste it. You know what I mean? So, get good in, good out. Even on their processing, you grow good flour, you get good, you process it and you get good product out of it. Exactly, you know what I mean? So think about it. You know, these guys are just, most of these people they're not into that. They're just like, we're gonna get the product, source it from wherever we can, process it, get it out, and get it to whoever we can at any price we can. And you know, that's not kind of what we're doing.
Is smoking daily for you?
Yes.
And also, what was your first time smoking?
I smoked in I think I was in 7th grade. I smoked in the Bahamas.
Talk about it. What happened?
Man,
what they do?
We was playing basketball, man. It was we was playing basketball, and I had this teammate, man, and he got, one of these dudes came up to him and was like, "Yo, I got some bud if you want it." And we didn't know how to roll it or nothing. We went up to the room and shit. We had a couple girls. They were like, "Let's all try it." And we rolled that shit up. I don't even remember. I forgot what the hell we rolled it in, man. It was so long ago. We rolled it up. We all smoked and everybody was passed out, just laying out all over the place. They was giving us, we was little kids, man. They was giving us screwdrivers back then, so it was like orange juice and vodka, so we was fucked up.
Lit in the Bahamas.
Yeah, it was crazy. My first trip ever out of the country, it was pretty cool.
That's a time to be alive.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what did y'all roll it in?
I think, man, it might have been just some regular ass paper.
And we all just hitting it. Like the first time I smoked, I was a lot of coughing.
Yeah.
But how we all just smooth?
Nah, everybody was. It was horrible. Everybody was like, but we all smoked it and shit. He was like, "Damn, this is crazy." But it was like, you know, in the moment, you know, we was in the Bahamas on that, and Nassau Island too. So it was crazy. It was. But we didn't smoke again after that. When I got back to the house, by the 7th, 8th grade, that's when I started
smoking.
I kind of started getting the hustling, so I ain't really smoke when I was hustling.
When did you come back around to smoking as an adult?
Kind of after I smoked here and there, like during high school, but I was hustling, so I ain't really smoke. I ain't really do much, and I played football and shit, so I kind of was like trying to do the right shit, but you know, shit happens.
So we came down here to Englishtown. We here. We saw the beautiful water
it's
tower.
Nice. It's nice out here, man.
It's nice out here.
Town.
It's nice out here.
What's
man.
crazy is that they got an Englishtown flea market, and then they got a raceway down the street.
Hey.
So a lot of, when we was kids and shit, used to go to the flea market and get a lot of your shit from over there on Sundays on the weekend and shit. So
that's some real Jersey shit you talking about.
Hell yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's right.
But it's a nice area over here, man. We like it. Town's very welcoming. Mayor's very welcoming.
That's what I wanted to ask. So then, why did you choose to settle down here? What was the journey to get here, and why are you here?
All right, so we started in Red Bank. We were the first people in Red Bank, in the middle, Front Street, right in the middle of everything. Very nice town. Politics of Red Bank kind of kicked us out. We were doing very well there. We had a cigar shop, CBD shop. We were doing very well, and then the town was like, we went from unlimited amounts of resolutions to get in to now we're just gonna spot zone it and only give three dispensaries, and they were kind of already lined up. You know what I mean? So at that point, we sold the business. A couple towns did kind of reach out to us and was like, "Hey, we heard your story. We were in the paper and shit like that." So we got in contact with the mayor here. Mayor was like, not even the mayor then, just some council people from here, and they were just like, "Listen, man, we're gonna legalize it. We're gonna allow people to come in here. You're more than welcome if you could find a space." And that was it. We were knocking on doors.
How'd you find this space?
Knocked on the door. My realtor was like, "Look, I'm gonna get you something." So this, like I said before, this was a gaming place. It was really, really run down and shit. So knocked on the door. They were like, "We're not trying to sell. Like we're here. It's cool." And so we went. We were like, "Listen, man, it's a perfect location, for our budget, for what we needed. Let's get it done." The owner was like, "Listen, give me a price." We kind of negotiated and got this shit done. Got here. We kind of came in after. There's a couple other dispensaries right around here, so we came in after them. But we're gonna open up before all of them. So that'll kind of hopefully give us a little leg up.
Coming in here, dog, it was definitely great to see the setup in here. It looked like the professional vibe of like a huge MSO dispensary, but it also gives you that home feel.
That's what I wanted. That's exactly what I was looking for when you came in here.
Perfect,
I want you to be like, listen, you know, this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not just here because this is not what we do. This is what we do. You know, all my bud tenders that work for us, they know what they smoke. They will definitely educate everybody on all their stuff. So
walking in here, it felt like I was about to have just as good or better of any experience that I've already had before with cannabis.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah,
and we're not trying to, you know, we're trying to make it so that you feel like that when you walk in, anybody, you know. So when you feel comfortable talking to a bud tender and saying, hey, look, I never smoked weed before. You know what I mean? Like, it's my first time in a dispensary. That's what you're gonna get, you know. And then you just gotta educate them and help them.
It feels like I love what you're talking about. One of my best experiences I ever had was going to Canada for the first time. And the way that they have, you been up there?
Yeah, not a long time though, but yeah.
The way that they have the weed set up there now, it's like a CVS or Walgreens.
Yeah.
It's like you walk in there and that's what it looks like, and you wait online. It's a peaceful line outside. It's a police officer. So you come in there, and then it's like a whole crew of people back there with a whole bunch of different types of weed. How can we help you? What about an experience with you? All the bud tenders.
That's it.
And that's
it's all about the experience.
It's all about the experience.
Because if you go in there and you know you get a lot of MSOs where they basically just point you to a kiosk and be like, hey, go there, pick what you want, and we'll see you at the cash register. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what this was about. This is about you coming in and be like, hey, you know, I want to smoke weed, or I've smoked weed, I've tried this, I like that. So talk and, you know, ask the bud tender what they think or what they recommend. And that's what it's about.
How is this municipality, I mean, can you just talk on it a little bit deeper? How is this municipality, when trying to open this place, how is it working with them getting this place open?
Very good. Compared to other ones?
Yeah.
Listen, man, these guys came in, they did what they're supposed to do. As soon as you was ready, again, they're small, so they only work 1 or 2 days a week. So you gotta wait extended period of times to get shit done. But they come in, they get it done when they, you know, no problems. Like the town, like I said, man, the town has been very, very they've been proactive for us. They offered services for our grand opening. And
you're in such close proximity of the municipal building. They're not even trying to like shun you or put you in a whole different part of town. They're like, nah,
they said, go ahead.
Change your faces.
That's it. This is it. They want to do something different down here.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna.
I like English Town.
It's a cool little town, man. They want to make it. They want to make it like, you know, like the Red Bank or you know, a town like that, where it's, you know, all the surrounding areas is very affluent. There's a lot of money around here, so they don't want, you know, of course they don't want that type of stuff in their spot. So English Town is like, listen, we got a lot of people around here. We got the nice little downtown. Let's expand it. So we're here for that.
I won't keep this. Have you spoke with your neighbor yet?
The neighbor over there, yes, he actually, we're trying to actually buy. He owns that lot right there. We're actually trying to buy that lot, make it a parking lot, and then eventually, again, this is just something that's gonna come. We're gonna build up a level, 2 levels, and do a lounge and a rooftop. That's the ultimate goal.
We got to come back.
Man, once that's done, absolutely, man, absolutely.
What was, I mean, some of the biggest issues that people run into is that they get their license, but then they can't open up their shop because they're not in line with or don't have the support of the community or the municipality.
Yeah.
What kind of license do you have, and how welcoming was the municipality of it, and why did you get that one?
Okay, so I got a retail cannabis license. Within that license, I believe we have delivery, and you can get a town's approval to do a lounge. So that's the route that we took. Again, I come from the background of doing nightclubs. We had kind of like a event session in Red Bank when we were, like I said before, we were doing like events, CBD events. So we would do paint and puffs and that type of event, bring it now. So now we, you know, hopefully we'll bring that here. And the this municipality in general has been very, very supportive. Not so much in every other town.
It's good to let people know that about English Town.
Yes, absolutely, man. Listen, I'm from Madeline, Cliffwood area. They allowed it And listen, I'm from the area, you know, and they still don't want me in there, you know. So
Not yet.
they don't, it's crazy, you know what I mean? Like the state allows me to get in, and in my own town where I grew up in, I'm fighting.
You said.
Yeah.
I just want you to know, I'm just glad we're here ahead of time.
You know,
Best revenge is your paper.
That's
dog.
it, man. That's it. My goal is to go back in there one day and be like, listen, man, I'm trying to help people that came from these
And
very
still go
streets that
back.
I came from, get to where, you know, like this is my goal.
That's
know?
right. Still go back.
That's
it. Now we're established now. We still want to offer you something.
Listen, we trying to help.
I'm from here.
I'm from here.
I tried to tell you that from the beginning, but I'm from here.
Let me help. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me help.
You're not the only person going through that in some of these towns, in these specifically in New Jersey, but in these states that are just starting to open up. I think a lot of it is like the old guard moving out. It's different cases in different towns. Some of them still got the old guard there; they're not with it. Other towns are more progressive.
Yeah,
it's you never know in
yeah, and I've been in a bunch of them, so I kind of seen it firsthand. And man, I tell you one thing. The only thing I don't like is going to those town council meetings for this shit. Bro, that is horrible.
Because everybody got something to say?
Everybody got something to say. The town council members, like, they're the gatekeepers to this, and they shouldn't be the gatekeepers to this. You know, like, they're setting up rules and regulations for a business at the end of the day. It's just going to be like a liquor store. So why are you making all these boundaries and hurdles? It's a reason, because they want big money to come in and MSOs, because they can spend the money and they can do all that, you know. Whatever you need, sir. Okay, here you go. My lawyer will handle that.
It's not because they're afraid that people are just going to be smoking everywhere and all that. That's not what they may say. But it's really because...
That's it. The more hurdles they put up, the more boundaries. They know that a little person, a regular guy, is not going to be able to get in. They know that. You know what I mean? So if they can put all these hurdles up in front of you, and then the MSO is just going to pay whatever they need to get done, they're just going to usher them to the front of the line and be like, hey, wherever you need to go.
You was talking about, can you go back a little bit, because you were talking about what you want to do with this place?
Yeah.
Lounge,
yep.
The third floor, this parking lot. I can see just from the things that are in here that you really care about this place.
Yeah, definitely, man.
How do you balance out the passion of, you know, putting in that personal detail to give it that homely feeling, that home effect, and also balance out the business details of it? So the tediousness of the
so it's tough, man. Like as a business owner, man, you gotta just wake up every day and know that you gotta put fires out. So you know, every day you're just like, all right, what shit is gonna happen today? And just kind of prepare yourself. Just kind of get up every day like, all right, something's gonna happen. Let me just get ready and just figure it out.
You already know you gotta put the fires
I know
out.
something's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So every day you know that. So the passion comes still with I still love doing this. You know what I mean? I love the hustle. I love flour. I love that type of shit. I could curse, right? Yeah. So yeah, I love that. You know.
We on YouTube.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I like that, man. Like, I love the hustle. I love going through all that, man. I love flour. I love seeing people's product. I love just testing everything out, and that's really it, man. That you know, as a business owner, you know there's gonna be shit that's gonna happen. So if you're in business and you think you're just gonna open up whether it's a damn lawn care service or a dispensary, bro, every day something's gonna go wrong.
On the top of the cap there, it's red and it's orange. What's the orange part for?
That's just the colors I picked because I like the orange and the red because I've Scarlet because I've graduated from Rutgers and shit. So, but the orange, I like the blend of the orange and the red. So I was just like, I did everything.
I thought the orange was low. I see the cannabis. I see the cannabis flower. I thought the orange was for fire though, because when you're an entrepreneur,
yeah,
the job of being an entrepreneur is fire. Put
fire, everything. It's always that, man. You know that. It's always that.
The best day is the least amount of fires you have to put out.
That's it. And this, that's far and few between. But at the end of the day, listen, I chose this life.
That's right.
I ain't nobody forced me. I chose. I could chalk it all up and go work for somebody, but it ain't in me.
And it seems like you choose it again and again too.
It ain't in me. I worked for people before, man. I don't mind working, but I'm not trying to build nobody else's dream.
What are 3 elements that have been essential to the success that you're having now?
So there's been, I could say that consistency is one. Consistency is definitely a big thing. Staying relevant and staying in front of everybody.
I'm sorry, can you look at that camera and say consistency?
Consistency is huge in this. If you don't stay consistent, it ain't gonna be too much you can do. You gotta stay consistent. Another good thing is another thing is basically just waking up every day and saying, not only do I have a passion for this, but being disciplined, because if you're not disciplined and you don't really know what the hell you're gonna do every day, and you just go sit in front of a desk, that ain't gonna do anything. You know what I mean? You gotta be disciplined. You gotta train your mind. You gotta do new things. You gotta you can't just sit there and be like, I know everything. I'm always willing to learn, and I think that's another big quality of mine. I try to know as much as possible, but if somebody knows more than me, I want to listen. I want to listen. I want to pay attention. I want to be educated. How the hell you got there? Because I'm trying to get there.
What was the amount of, discipline and consistency? How much of that did you have to practice before you saw a return, before anything was?
I've been trying to be consistent in everything in my life. You know what I mean? Like, and just it's tough to put a gauge on it because
well, specifically with this place, building this place up, how much?
So this has been in the works for a long time.
How many years?
Yeah. So like I said, we was in Red Bank for 2 years, 3 years. This is going on a year here, having this facility damn near ready, and still waiting for the state. You know what I mean? So it's 4 years. This is 4 years going on into the summer of our 4th year. But again, I'm making money other ways and doing other things to make sure that this stayed afloat, because not many people can do that. You know what I mean? They got to get investors. They got to get people to come in here and be like, I need somebody to give me this money and do all this.
We're in our 4th year, so that's encouraging.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yep.
Talking about people coming in with money, one thing that's been consistent with people that we've talked about are some of the predatory situations that they find themselves in. Can you, because this part of this I think is a good reason why we're here. One of the main reasons why we're here. Talk about this part of your story.
Okay.
To talk about your experiences with MSOs and the importance of ownership.
All right. So hold as much equity as you can as possible.
Say it again.
Don't give it up, man. I know they're gonna give you all these bells and whistles and tell you that you own 51% and you do this. Just make sure you look at long term, because some of these contracts and MSOs they're grimy, man. They'll be like, yeah, you own 51%, then after a year or two, it's our company, and you don't own anything, and it's just set up for failure for a lot of these people that are getting into this. So a good recommendation is, if you can do it with your own money, do it with your own money. If you can't, try to get some investors behind you that believe in you. But definitely predatory lending it's a very big thing. It sucks too, because I know a lot of people who would gave away their whole dream just to try to get in, and they almost at the door and they're just like, nope. I'm not gonna do it. You know what? Investors pulled out. This isn't what we signed up for, so I'm out. And they're just sitting here like, I just wasted 2 years of my life preparing for this, and now you don't want to finish. You don't want to do it because.
So to drive a person mad, dog.
Yeah, man. So again, man, and I know MSOs, they're gonna come at you and they're gonna tell you all this good stuff. And if that's your last resort, then do what you gotta do.
But ownership
is the biggest part of this, man. And again, you can own 50% of nothing and it'd be worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you're in this and you kind of know what you're doing, and this is for like, again, I'm talking like legacy guys. This is for people who been doing it before it was legal, before this was, something that lawyers just put paperwork together, and now they're cannabis owners, and now they're just hiring everybody, you know what I mean? Like, so hold on to your equity. if it's worth something anyway. You know what I mean? You might don't hold on to equity if it's not worth anything. You know what I mean? If you're in the middle of if you see a play, use them. I'm not gonna say don't use them because there's different plays. You know what I mean? You could look at the water differently. You know what I mean? Like somebody may be like, hey man, I need this MSO to get what I need to get, and then
many people want to get out.
Yeah, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you do it right, but if this is what you want to do in this long term, stay with it.
You were talking earlier, so ownership. I was telling you that I think you made it already because ownership is freedom.
Yeah, man.
And you, brother, you seem very free.
Yes, I'm telling you. It's different when you could wake up when you know and be like, listen, I don't gotta answer to nobody.
So on the flip side of the polar opposite of that, of freedom, can you talk to us about your journey with incarceration and how that led to the legal cannabis market?
All right, so
and it's a two-part question. That's the first part.
All right, so I try to make it as fast as possible.
Okay.
So like I said, I was younger. I was always hustling. I got into I played sports though, so I kind of was always into that. So that kind of kept me right. But I was always ripping and running. So I was literally the youngest guy in my class. Like not the youngest, but in my grade, I was always like 17. Everybody was 18. So when we graduated, they waited till like 30 days after my birthday, so that I was 18 to get me. When I got locked up and I was on parole doing all that shit, it was a long time ago. We're talking a very long time ago. So now, with all this done, I went to school, graduated from, I got associates from, I went to Catherine Gibbs at first, then I went to Rutgers, got my bachelor's from there, then I got my master's from Rutgers. So I was just like, this is what I like to do, you know what I mean? I like owning businesses. My first business was doing graphic design, social media. I was doing nightclubs, you know? So we went from doing nightclubs to basically running all the night industry, you know what I mean? So we was making a lot of good money. I was still working, going to school, finishing, hustling, everything.
This is why you're at Rutgers?
This is while I'm at Rutgers, yeah. I'm at Rutgers, I'm still hustling, I'm still working. Because I remember I graduated doing my associates and doing computer graphic work already. So I'm already doing shit for businesses and flyers and shit like that, working in the nightclubs and shit. So
you were that guy.
Yeah, we was doing it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we was doing that. We was doing nightclub shit. So this is like back in MySpace days. This is a long time ago. So with that said, we was just, you know, grinding. I started the CB. I went to Colorado for a couple years and grew. I wanted to be legal out there. Shit happened, didn't work. You know what I mean? It's a whole nother story. Came back here and kind of knew that this was on the cusp. So started a CBD shop in Saraville. Was in the Saraville for like a year. So we started it right before COVID. So COVID opened. So as soon as we opened, COVID hit. So what was crazy is that they labeled everything essential, so they let us stay open. So we started gradually building it, and it was not easy. You know, I was going in there, sitting in there 5 days a week, and for 7-10 hours, and there was nobody walking in there. That shit was tough, you know what I'm saying? So we started, I started leaning on my marketing company, got the marketing up, started doing stuff. We started catching a little fire. People just wanted to get out the house. They started coming in, we started building their shit. And then now this is like 2 years in, I started Red Bank. Went into Red Bank, started the CBD shop with the smoke shop. We were doing events. We were living in the gray area. You know, we were having puff and paints. We were doing all types of shit like that, letting people come in there and rent the space out. Sold it, came over here, and now we're on the cusp of getting this place open and then continuing this journey and making this story even longer. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you pursue 2 degrees?
Because when I got locked up, I kind of wanted to prove it to myself that I could do it without nobody's help. Because like I said, man, I kind of paid everybody to do shit for me when I was younger. So even in high school, kind of paid people to do shit for me. So when I was done with that and I went to prison and I was like, I want to do this shit myself, you know what I'm saying? So I challenged myself, and that shit was hard. That shit was hard. I was about to give up a lot of times. but I got it done. And then when I got that done, I was like, oh shit, I think I could do it. You know what I mean? And I was like, let me try it again.
At what point did you realize, like, you get the bachelor's and you're like, I need to get it again?
I wanted more, you know, I felt, and again, this is at the time, this is a long time ago. It kind of felt like the more shit you get accomplished with the school stuff, you know, the better off you're gonna be.
You just have a feeling this might be the right idea.
Just, you know, try to get more shit. But do I recommend that for everybody? No.
How have they helped you?
And education-wise, man, like I got a couple good teachers that I learned a lot of good stuff from at Rutgers. A couple of them really good. A couple of them, man, like I did a lot of just life experiences. Kind of taught me, you know what I mean? Kind of the mixture of both of them is kind of like, I feel is better than, I mean, I don't, speaking for myself anyway, you know what I mean? Like, they're both good, and I love, you know, that I went to school and did all that, but I kind of learned more just opening businesses and in my own experience, you know, because, you know, it's more about theory for me in college, you know what I mean?
So it wasn't necessarily that the degree was I can't even say that, but maybe it wasn't that the degree was all the way necessary to get it done from top to bottom. Mm-hmm. However, just knowing that you had that extra knowledge in your back pocket while you're going there, so you could even be like, "Dang, I didn't even need to go get that."
Yeah, but again, it gives you credibility too, because now me opening my businesses now, you know, if I don't have that degree, you know, some of these companies that I work with may not work with me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it does give you validity, and it's like, hey, hold up, man. Like, we checked his background, we looked at his LinkedIn, his online profile. He's worked with this, he's got this, he's checked out.
That is a huge part. It's not the only part, but I think that's sometime an overlooked part of when you're initially pursuing the degree of why you need it. It's for the education, but it's also for the resume.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes where, you know, since you're homegrown, where you may lack in the MSO whole part of it, mm-hmm. when you have certain credentials behind your name, they're like, oh, well, you know.
At least he's educated, you know.
At least, you know.
That's it. So at the end of the day, you kind of hit their points. Like, all right, look.
From their point of view.
You know, he graduated. At least he knows this, he knows that. And again,
that helps.
That does a lot, because you kind of, you know, all right, look, we're never on the same playing field, but at least you see that you can complete something without, and again, you know, other people can make a lot of money without no education. You know, like they just graduated high school and bam, they did other stuff.
Some
and they made
know
money.
what to do.
Yeah, man.
Know people.
That's it. Network, you know, considers your net worth. You know what I mean?
That's right. What would today you tell 18-year-old you?
Ah, shit. Stay away from the game. The game ain't worth it. Hustling something else. Use that hustling to open a business instead of selling drugs. I didn't do that. I didn't figure that out till later in life.
Later?
Yeah.
Cause you free right now, dog.
Yeah. But I did, you know, like I said, man, I hustled. I was in third grade. I was buying fucking gum, packs of gum, and going to my school and selling for 25 cents. And then that shit always.
You was that guy.
Always doing something.
We always had that kid. I remember that kid. My kid's name was something. I ain't gonna say his last name. Mm-hmm. He'd be like, yo, I'm selling these Sour Patch to help my mom. Like,
yeah. Well, yeah. I see. I wasn't doing shit like that. But I was like, again, man. I was just like, yo, you want a gum? I got gum, 25 cents. They'd be like, you know, this is a long time ago. But again.
It's a very convenient.
You know, I didn't have much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just actually talking to one of my friends, and we were just like, man, he kind of made fun of me because I would think I was in second or third grade, and I wore cleats to school because I ain't had no money.
That's the only shoes you had.
That's it. My Itonics had a hole at the bottom, so when it rained, the water was coming in. So he was like, "Yo, you had," and I was like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, "Think about it, I definitely did." And then I was like, damn, because my time. And then he thought about it. He was like, damn, you was like that. I was like, Yeah, but I guess you ain't noticed.
How much do experiences like that go into not caring about what other people think about you? How does that
A
affect
lot.
you as an entrepreneur?
You know, you're gonna get criticized. I get looked at differently anyway. You know what I mean? I go again. I own several businesses, so you know this allows me to be like, listen, this is what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like my other businesses, you gotta be in front of them and you gotta you gotta be like, hey sir, I'm trying to close you as a client. You know, I want but here I'm like, listen man, that's it. This my done. I'm retired from. I want to be like, how can we build and make it better? You know, that's it.
Can you talk about that? What's in that case out there? What that means to you?
Yeah, man. So that's it. That's my scale, man. That came with me from back in the day. And I'm retiring it. It's done. I'm out of the game. I'm like, it's finished. I don't gotta answer nobody calls no more. I don't gotta hustle. Go to my store. You know what I mean? Go to my store.
Can you talk about when they come in this store and they walk in the door, once they get through security and they look to the right, who's this artist who painted this on the wall? Can you tell us about?
Yeah, man, this is my boy Josh, man. I've known him for a while. Very good dude. He's really nice. He's been doing different things for a lot of companies. He put this together. He kind of knew my story. I kind of gave him some pointers and said what I want in here, and he kind of just like took it.
What'd you tell him about this? What'd you tell him?
I said, listen, man. He knows I went from hustling to the store. I've been in, the
pager. The pager tells. That's man. A big part of the story, dog.
That's it.
I know when you was hustling. I know the environment you were hustling in.
That's it, man. So when you got that 911 text, you knew what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just thinking about a lot of shit. To go to jail for going to prison, and then I'm Puerto Rican. I'm most proud to be Puerto Rican at the end of the day. And then this is my goal is to be Monopoly, man. I'm buying a lot of shit. And then Rutgers, man. I'm proud to graduate from there. That was a big part of one of the things I wanted to accomplish in life, and I did it.
What year?
2010. Because I graduated high school, went to prison. There was a lot of shit that was going on, and I came back.
And that was from Rutgers was that was the bachelor's and the master's.
No, that was just the bachelor's, and then I finished in 2010. I think I went back in 2014 or 16. I think it was around there. Yeah, so it was a long fucking journey, man.
Yeah, but that speaks to what's going on right now, though, dog.
Yeah,
you're good, man. I'm telling you, man, once these doors open...
That's it. It's been a long, long journey.
Start calling you Mr. Monopoly.
That's the goal.
Sativa or indica?
Indica.
Why?
If I'm smoking, I'm kind of smoking to be like, all right, my day is over with, I want to chill out.
So you don't smoke throughout the day when you're handling business?
Nah, usually I do, but I try to keep it, like, if I know I got a lot of shit to do, there's a lot of fires to put out. I'm not trying to get too stoned.
And so indica is that.
Yeah. Yeah.
My last question for you. What's your favorite stoner movie?
Man.
Or you can give me a top 3.
I like Half Baked, man, with Dave Chappelle, man. I like that shit. That's one of my favorite ones. And I like Friday, man. Like, I like the original Friday, though.
Excuse me. Okay, well, I love all 3, but it's one of my top, number 1 is one of my top 3 of all time.
Man.
Is Friday, this is a debate. Apparently, this is a debate for some people. It's not for me, but I just want to know, is Friday a stoner movie?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What? Fuck yeah, man. Big Perm pulling up. We crazy. They selling weed. That's the whole point of it. It's a stoner movie.
It's a stoner movie.
He got Ice. Come on, man. Hell yeah. Without question, without doubt. It's a
they
stoner
about to
movie.
get killed over
I didn't even know that was a debate.
It's right.
Hell no.
Thank you. Number 3.
Mm-hmm. All right, so my third one. Man. Let me see. You know what? I like Pineapple Express. It's pretty funny one. Pretty funny fucking movie. I like that one.
That's always in people's
I like that one.
That's
Yeah,
always in
I
their
like
top.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Is there anything else you want these people to know out here? Where can they find you on the social medias?
All right, so just go to Scarlet Reserve Room on every platform, man. TikTok, Facebook, scarletreserveroom.com. Look for our grand opening. I'm doing shit a lot of different than a lot of other retail dispensary owners. Just be on the lookout, man. And then listen, if whether you buy a damn joint, a pre-roll, whatever, comes by, support, say what's up. I'll be here. And that's it, you know. It's over.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Of course, man.
Man, it was pretty good.